Okay, hi guys. Today we're gonna have a math mini lesson on number bonds. All right. So, just a reminder. When we have our number bond, our top part right here is always where our whole number goes. And our two circles at the bottom here are for our parts. So, let's think of the number 7. All right, 7 for this example is going to be our whole number. Let's think of two parts that would make up our whole number. When I say make up, I mean two parts, if we were to add them together would give us our whole number of 7. I'm going to think of 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, when added together, give us our whole number of 7. All right, there's other correct answers for this though. So I'm going to erase just kind of some of my words here. Let's think of some other parts that could give us our whole number of 7. I'm thinking 6 and 1, when added together, would give us 7. Or 5 and 2 would give us 7. And last but not least, 0 and 7. So there we have all of our parts when added together, that would give us 7. But for the sake of this example, we're just going to use 3 and 4, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is write an addition sentence using our two parts to show that our two parts equal our whole number. And let's remember our formula is part plus part equals whole, okay? So our part plus part equals whole would be 3, our first part, plus 4, our second part, would equal our whole number of 7, our last part, okay? Part plus part is equal to whole. If we change the order of the addends though, and remember our addends are the same thing as our parts. So if we change the order of the addends, it would be 4 plus 3 equals 7. That doesn't change, okay? Our whole number doesn't change in this example. All we're doing is changing our parts. So if we had, for example, 3 circles and 4 circles, if we count those up, it's still going to give us our answer of 7. It doesn't matter if we put our 4 circles first and our 3 circles second rather. It's still going to give us that same whole answer or whole number. Now, let's think about how using these same 3 numbers, this same whole number and our same 2 parts, how that could give us, or how we can, create a subtraction sentence, okay? So, remember, for subtraction sentences, we do whole minus part equals part. So let's start with our whole number. And remember, our whole number is 7. So we're going to start with our whole number, take away our first part, let's take away 3, and we're left with our second part of 4. So again, whole minus part equals part. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. And if we flipped our parts around, we still need to keep our whole number. So our whole number, we always start with that. We're going to keep our 7. We're going to take away 4. And we would be left with 3. So changing the order that our parts come in with our number sentence, but not changing our actual numbers. So we see that. We can see how building a number bond with our whole number and our parts can help us come up with the fact family, help us come up with 2 addition sentences, our parts equaling our wholes, and 2 subtraction sentences, starting with our whole and taking our parts away. And remember, anytime we get confused, we can use our fingers, we can draw circles, we can do tally marks, using whatever is in our toolbox to help us. All right, thanks for listening.